Welcome back to the Rogues Gallery. Today, we're playing a little Dreamscaper, which, spoiler alert, is a pretty good game. I didn't want to say it in the thread, but it is. So we're going to start off with a new game, just going to make things easier to show off. We start off in this place, wherever it is. Let's investigate a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't seem great. So this is our protagonist, Cassidy. She is dealing with the loss of her sister, and the game is basically about her coming to terms with that, going through her mindscape and confronting her inner demons. Here, though, she is moving out of her hometown to go to the town of Red Haven, which we will see shortly. So Dreamscaper is a top-down action game similar to Hades, although a bit slower. Hades, by the way, a game I've never played, definitely never done an LP of, and you shouldn't ask me about. But we have the standard array of things. We have basic attacks, a secondary stronger attack, there is a dodge/roll, a shield, which you will see me never use, and also lucid attacks, which are basically magic attacks. And we start with a ranged weapon, which in this case is a bow. So one unique thing about Dreamscaper is that your melee attacks have timed hits. So if you'll notice, whenever I'm attacking things, I flash occasionally. And if you tap the button when you flash, you deal more damage, and you attack a little bit faster, I believe. Here we have a treasure room where we get our first new weapon, the Masher. Does a bit more DPS, the giant hammer. Let's see if we can't find the boss room. We need a key to get in here. And here we find a treasure room where we occasionally get different stuff like bombs and keys. Keys being used to open doors. Bombs are things we can lay like that. They deal a bunch of damage to the enemy, but they're mainly used for blowing up obstacles in front of doors and obstacles in rooms. Like these rock formations here can only be blown up by a bomb. And by doing that, we get some glass, which is one of our meta currencies. We'll use that between runs. The white stuff, little white orbs that enemies drop, are sand, which is the run currency. This is the currency we'll use to buy stuff during our run. And this is an idea. We pick these up, and we can use these in the waking world to learn things and build new items. But hey, we found our first boss. It's a big fish. So the trick is you use these mines to blow him out of the water, and then you attack him. Oh no, I killed myself. What a shame. But don't worry, it was just a dream all along. Alright, so now I've switched over to my save file that I've used for like 40 hours of playtime. And you might notice my room looks a little bit different than it did just a second ago. You might say that Cassidy here is in a better place. So, once you wake up from the dream, then you can move around town. You can spend all of the currency you got. For instance, you can use creativity to make items for your friends. So now that I have a few gifts, let's head out on the town. This is Red Haven. It is the place that our main character Cassidy moved from Back Hill, her hometown. And there are a few things you can do around here. Let's go to the cafe. So there are a bunch of NPCs in the game, and you can talk to them and give them gifts. Which will improve your standing with them and give you special benefits during your runs. You also need to max out your social links to get the true ending, which thankfully I have at this point. Also here in the cafe, once you get enough inspiration, you can invent new items to find during runs. You do have to find the item idea in the dream world. Unfortunately, it looks like there's nothing for me to buy. Oh, we can buy Shadow Spire, nice. So this will give us an extra item we can pick up in the dream world. We can also visit the lounge where we can daydream, which will allow us to change parts of the nightmare. For instance, we can unlock different rooms, such as another puzzle room, or we can make cheaper enchanting, we can have more money show up, all sorts of stuff. And then finally, we can meditate in the park. Which will give us bonuses to our stats during the game. So doing things such as making parrying better, giving us more items when we start the game, or giving us more bomb damage radius, which I think I'll buy. So now that we've explored around town a bit, let's head back into the dream and see what we can do. So as you play the game, you unlock increasing difficulties. I'm just gonna go with standard difficulty for this run. Keep it short and sweet. But you do unlock different cosmetic items and decorations for your room if you beat the game on harder difficulties. So here we are again. My weapons are randomized. Somehow I got the baseball bat again. But now I have a water gun for my ranged weapon. And that is my magic attack. Now you can voluntarily choose which items you get. This is Minesweeper, by the way. I'm not going to play it because I'm bad at it. But basically you have to find the tiles that are safe to press. Oh. No, I screwed it up. Oh well. We're just going to ignore that. But yeah, before you go into the dream, you can voluntarily choose your loadout of things that you've found before. But I like to go random because, you know, it's a roguelite. So you may notice that my bat is bleeding. That's because I believe this has the vampire effect on it, which means that it drains health from enemies when you hit them. Ooh. Let's grab the Radiant Edge. So items in this game come with certain stat boosts. So even though an item may do more damage, it may have different stats that make you want to keep it or keep an older item. But for now, I'm switching out. I'm gonna grab some Resolve and Glass, which are some of the meta currencies I was talking about that I use to get permanent upgrades. And the boss room's already here, so why don't we take him on? It is always the same boss, the big fish. All right, so let's do it right this time and, you know, not intentionally get killed. One other thing in your arsenal that I've yet to talk about is you have a time stop button. I don't think I've charged it enough in enough rooms. You have to clear a certain number of rooms and then you get it. And it's pretty helpful for bosses, but I think we'll be fine without it. Also, you may notice I have a thing floating behind me. That is my companion. I have upgraded enough so I can start the game with one, and this guy just basically buffs you every few seconds. So when you beat a boss, you get a keepsake, which are your relics. This one will just give you a bunch of max health. You get more currency, a few health power-ups, and you can go to the next level. Let's see. So I was talking about friends, and down here, under influences, they all give you a certain amount of special abilities that you can swap between levels. So I think right now I'm going... Yeah, we'll do with Rose. She gives greater attack speed and run speed, which will be helpful. So let's continue on. There are also different kind of dodges in the game. So if you notice now when I'm dodging, I'm just teleporting around, as opposed to rolling like I was last time. The teleport is a pretty good dodge as far as they go. I also probably should have explored the first floor more to get a better weapon and upgrade it, but I think I'll be fine. So here we have a shield, And shields are pretty much worthless. You can use them to parry if you time the attack right, but I always dodge because dodging is just seems to be faster and easier for the most part. But there are shields if you know you're into that, into passivity. Let's try out the water gun. I'm not a big fan of the water gun. It does damage very quick, but it's pretty weak, and I don't think it stun locks enemies like most other weapons do. It does apply the wet element, and this game does have an element system, so if I hit this guy with water, then I hit him with lightning, I'll have a greater chance to do critical hits. Alright, looks like the boss door is down there. I do need some bombs. I kind of want to explore a little more too, so let's not go to the boss quite yet. Alright, so here's a bomb. Let's blow this up. As you might guess, stepping on the red stuff is a bad idea. It deals damage to you. All right, more bombs. Nice. This is a health font. I really don't need health right now. The room to our south is a challenge room. If I can complete this challenge successfully, I will get a treasure. Sure, I'll grab that. Why not? All right, now this is a better puzzle. It's the pipe maze from BioShock. And we get a treasure for it. Okay, so this is a different kind of dodge. I don't really like this one as much. Yeah, it's pretty short range. Let's keep our teleport. All right, and over here we got a merchant. Ooh. This is pretty good. Yeah, it's way better than what we have now, so let's go with that. We'll heal up there. And we'll clear out a few more rooms. There is no special bonus for 100% exploration. other than, you know, just being able to find rooms like merchant shops or armories. And of course, treasure rooms. All right, these doors we need keys for. Ooh, the Decent Drencher 1000, level 3, which is better than our level 1. Let's grab that. You do want to try to get a decent ranged weapon by the end of the game. You can't neglect either melee or ranged. You'll be punished for that eventually. We got the masher, but our current blade is better. So we can recycle these for sand, which I'll go ahead and do. Alright, I think we've dawdled enough. Let's go fight the boss. So this guy puts up a little barrier. And now I'm going to use my time stop that I was talking about earlier. Got him. So being as high leveled as I am, having sunk a bunch of time into this game, all the bosses are going to be pretty easy. At the beginning, they're a lot more challenging than this. But, you know, I've been playing this game for a while, so a lot of upgrades. Looks like we got a bunch of challenge rooms and a question mark over here. So let's see what's here first. Ooh, a bottle rocket. Those are pretty good. Let's grab that. So ranged attacks also cost lucid, which is your meter for... I forgot, I haven't been using my spell at all. There we go. A katana that's worse than the weapon I have. Let's pass on that. Which is... Nah, I'm gonna stick with the teleport. Also, you notice that it said my weapon was mastered. After a certain amount of times using a weapon or skill or ability, it becomes mastered, and you get a certain different move sets and more damage out of it. I guess we can grab this shield. We'll never use it, but it's better than the one we have. Alright, these enemies are occasionally a pain. The guy I just killed, because they're the only ones who don't get staggered by attacks. There is a teleport in this game, which I just remembered. It's been a little while. I would really like some health, but I don't think I'm going to get any. Alright, we got a new spell. Which is okay, I suppose. And a different shield, which I don't need. You know what? We're gonna go fight the boss. I ain't scared. Slow down time a bit. So this boss has a unique mechanic in that if the clock gets to one of these little spheres, he buffs himself and becomes stronger. So the plan is you just destroy the sphere before the clock gets there. And we got some more health, and on to the next stage.